Hello everyone. So, after a relatively long hiatus, as you know I like my hiatuses? Hiati? I don't know how to pronounce, what the plural of hiatus is. But, anyway, after a long break, and as you know I like taking long breaks sometimes, we finally return to Dead by Daylight. Obviously because there's a new chapter coming. This is the PTB. Player test build. Public test build, sorry. Okay, everything is like super laggy for some reason. Okay, let's go. Kill your friends. I'm gonna invite a friend. You might know him from the wiki. Dead by Daylight wiki, obviously. There we go. Oh, what is that? That's a T-pose. Now let's see. Here we go. The Legion. A band of merciless killers able to rush down helpless survivors with their power. Feral frenzy, sorry. Attacks made during their frenzy inflict lingering internal damage down against survivors that are not quick enough to react. Their personal perks, Discordance, Mad Grit, and Iron Maiden, give them the ability to locate their prey and attack savagely while transporting survivors to the hook. Iron Maiden, let's see, Discordance. Anytime two survivors or more are working on the same generator, the generator's aura is highlighted in yellow for 12 seconds. Smartasses get killed, we'll always see to that. Mad Grit. While carrying a survivor, you suffer no cooldown for missed attacks, and successfully hitting another survivor will pause the carried survivor's wheel timer for 4 seconds. There's no getting out of this now, we're too good at it. Open lockers 50% faster. Survivors who exit lockers suffer from the exposed status effect for 15 seconds, and their location is revealed for 4 seconds. This is no place for cowards. The Legion. Alright then. Let's see. Mad Grit to test. And, oh, here we go. Iron Maiden. Add-ons. First let's check the power. Frenzy power gauge, it builds up over time. The power Feral Frenzy can be activated by attacking the power button. Blah 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 blah. Deadly Rage, spread faster. Vault pallets, scratch marks are hidden. Missed attacks have a reduced cooldown. Hitting a survivor. Hang on. Deep Wound status effect injures, refills the power gauge, triggers Killer Instinct, revealing the location of all survivors who do not have the Deep Wound status effect applied and are within the killer's terror radius. So, what we want here is also stressing. While Feral Frenzy is active, hitting a survivor who is currently afflicted with Deep Wound status effect reduces a portion of the survivor's Deep Wound bleed out timer. Depletes the killer's entire power gauge and ends the power immediately, which is fucking absurd. Hitting a survivor with a basic attack while Feral Frenzy is not active will deplete the killer's entire power gauge. Let's see. Tear radius affects the entire map. Holy shit. Tested if there are auras, doesn't really matter. Right, we're going with those. There's no new map offerings, are there? Or a mode. Oh, there are. Okay, what else? Customize. So, Julie. This is the Julie mask. And they look fairly identical. And frosty eyes. Okay. Taunting mask daring you to run. Okay. And third perk. Let's see. Could have sworn there was another one that affected terror radius. Well, I guess not. We're gonna take Hangman's Trick. I'm guessing he's gonna take a few others. I mean, I guess he's gonna take the survivor's perks. Now, hang on a second. Hang on, how can I... I'm not sure how to check the screenshots. Wish I had somebody else to invite. Just a second. Friends in chat. Dead by Daylight. Seriously, only 3? Let's see. Are you playing on the PTB? Eh, whatever. Let's go. Bored. I forgot to read this. Oh, nice. This is very useful information. Now, let's see how this skill works. Obviously, we're going immediately to the new map. Okay, I'm trying to get more people here. If I can, we should be able to play a different game. I mean, obviously, still Dead by Daylight. I mean, it's different if there's more people. Come to think of it, should have started without add-ons. Okay. Is it me or is the knife already bloody? Yep. This is a pretty map. I mean, it's not like Red Forest or anything, but it is quite nice. Although some of this stuff looks like it was lifted directly from the Yamaoka estate. Like this labyrinth, I suppose. No, if only... if only we could find Doc. Where is Doc? Oh, that reminds me. Settings... oh, quality's already maxed out. I'm getting still just 60 frames per second, which is good, you know. Means that optimization didn't take a hit. But I'm guessing he's in here. What the shit? The Legion. So does that mean he's here? Whoa. Is that blood? No, just spray paint. Honestly, I don't know what's wrong with kids these days. Back in my day, if we wanted to go on a murder spree, we'd do it by ourselves. Okay, so he vaults like the pig and the hag. I just heard him vault or something. That was so weird, because I definitely heard like the noise survivors make when they jump from too high. As always, this killer's breathing is super distracting. I almost thought it was a survivor. Look at this pile of snow. Wait, I can't... nope, can't attack it. Doc isn't saying anything, so I'm guessing I was close. Nah, he's not stupid enough to go in a locker. Still, never hurts to check. Alright, time to actually find him. I think we've roamed the map long enough. So this looks like, I don't know, someone wrapped a mattress around them. What is this? Weird reflections. It's probably just rendering distance. Interesting. Well, he is at a much higher rank than I am in both Survivor and Killer, I think. Pretty sure he is. But at this rate, I won't get to try out the power. And if I don't get to try out the power, am I even playing Killer? The answer is no. Yeah, look at that. Okay, let's see what this does. Ta-da! So the ability actually has a relatively short cooldown. Now let's see the other perk. Jesus! Look at this! Look at this cooldown. Right, I'm gonna put him on the hook. But I want to try this with Unrelenting. Okay, I'm asking Doc what the guys said about joining us. So, instead of Hangman's trick, let's use Unrelenting. Youth consumed by iridescent glass magnifies and widens the reach of the entity. Cold dirt. Okay. So the other guys said they're mostly testing the new stuff instead of actually playing the game. I invited someone else who said that killer lobbies only take 3 to 5 minutes at the moment. So after this I may just go for public matches. Okay. Disappointing that some of these add-ons no longer have quotes. FJSJ. Frank Morrison was 19 and had little to show for it. He'd stopped attending school after being kicked out of the basketball team for shoving a referee into the stands. Yet Frank was a man of potential, who could light up a room despite his bleak childhood. At 6 years old, he'd been taken away from Calgary. Is that how you pronounce it? That's probably close enough. To start a circuit of foster homes. No matter how many times he'd lashed out, threw tantrums, and got into fights, they'd kept moving him to new, unfamiliar houses. His last move had been 3 years prior when his last foster dad, Clive Andrews, what kind of name is Clive, had picked him up from the adoption center. They'd been on the road for 7 hours before reaching a small bungalow in Ormond. I don't know. It would be the longest time they'd spent together. Clive was too busy trading checks from family services for drinks at the bar. That's actually how you pronounce checks in my native tongue. Ormond was a small, stale place, a remote town of 6,000 inhabitants, where grey winters drag on for most of the year. Frank did everything he could to get into another adoptive family, but he changed his mind when he caught the attention of a beautiful girl, blah blah blah. And blah blah. I'm saying blah 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 because this is super long and well written, but honestly, I just don't have the patience to actually read it on stream. I thought I did, but I don't. So now we just gotta wait for Doc to... Oh, of course, Ebony... Oh shit, hang on, I can't use the Memento Mori. But I can use something else. Here we go. We are going to see the Mori animation. Oh yeah. Hang on, I gotta send a few messages over Steam. So I told Doc, asked Doc if he could fix 2 generators, and that I was just asking for no reason. He reminded me that he's watching the stream at the moment. He's asking if we can wait for someone because he doesn't like being moried. Okay, let's see this guy. He wasn't playing before. I mean, there's also this guy, but he hasn't replied to me in a long time. I'm gonna unfriend him. Let's see. Maybe we can get a mod on. Let's see what's going on the official forum. Excuse me. Nobody. Asking Doc why he hates being mortied. Personally, I like it. But if he doesn't like it, we can switch out Rancor. I should get in a locker though, so that I can see what this does. I mean, I know what it does, but I'd like to actually see it. Hex, the third seal, Hex Ruin. How are these perks sorted? I mean, there doesn't seem to be any logic to it. Oh, this is page 2. Yeah, that explains a lot. Yeah, so it's alphabetical, obviously. All the hexes are here. 2 tokens, 5% haste. And take out this offering. Tremendously increases the chance to be sent to Ormond when burned. Dormant darkness lies beneath his childlike smile, about to be awakened. Well, this offering has been retired. I mean, yeah, I get it, but this is Kaelier friends. Come on. I'm opening this again because Doc probably thinks I'm screwing with him by saying there's no Rancor. Let's see other add-ons. Decreases the deep wound timer. So this decreases the timer, this increases the time required to actually complete the mend action. Oh, this is actually very useful. Let's run this add-on. Okay, I invited a peasant. Okay, let's leave match. Leave match. Okay, return to lobby. And invite the peasant again. Now, you're probably thinking, Orion, that's such a dick thing to say, don't call your friends peasants. And then you realize, oh, that was actually well timed. Yeah, and then you realize he is literally named Peasant. Oh, I forgot to bring Rancor. I'm asking Peasant if he minds being moried for my stream. As a last resort, I will be moried. I mean, I don't really give a shit. This is the PTB, and it's kill your friends. The whole point is that it's not serious. Now let's see. Using this add-on, I will be able to see which generators have been repaired and which have not. I'm guessing that one is the one being repaired because it was slightly darker. Yep, as expected. And yes, I saw him on the right. Not blind. Immediately ends the frenzy. Yep. And the killer just vaulted a pallet. And now Doc is finally realizing that, yeah, not as bad as he thinks I am. Ta-da! Now let's see the cooldown. Jesus! This might actually be faster than walking. It's not though. It's definitely not. Oh yeah, right. I'm not faster than a survivor while carrying another one. Filthy peasant. Filthy! Did it just disappear? Interesting. Got a new follower apparently. Thank you for following. I can't see your name at the moment because I'm otherwise busy killing my friends, but I appreciate you, and I appreciate that you are following me. This is gonna sound like a money-grubbing exercise, but if you could donate toward the new chapter fund, I would appreciate it. At the moment, the current value is 0. Nah. I know he's around here somewhere. Oh, he was actually going for the rescue. Interesting. Is this vaultable? No, it's just walk over it. Hey, it's Doc! Doc, buddy! That's it. Really? Okay then. There he goes. Is he mending already? No. Good. Keep in mind, mending is not the same thing as healing. So, while he can mend himself, which means he won't bleed out when the timer runs out, he will not be bumped up a health stage. Okay, let's put him back where he belongs. The entity awaits. It's feeding time. What, really? Oh, come on, he killed himself. Okay, so you need just a little bit of the power to be able to use it. Is that regressing? It is. Usually they shoot out more sparks, I think. Nope. Definitely not over there. I'm using this just to scout. He definitely touched me here. Because I broke this. It was regressing. Goddamn tunnelers. Like, every time I see the crap falling from the ceiling, I mean, it sounds like a mechanic that the devs would use. What the fuck is this shit? Yeah, it's like a mechanic that the devs would use to indicate that someone's upstairs. But no. Also, do you see this? Super weird. It's like dust, but it's floating in midair. There he is. Took him long enough. Okay, next round is Memento Mori animation. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the last round with me as the killer, because my friends are gonna want to kill me. I wish at least one of them would use lockers. There's the hatch. So assuming he escaped while I was going around the shack, he went this way. Pretty sure I just heard him. So he would have gone this way. Oh, never mind. GG. Alright. And Rancor. Well, now we're waiting for Peasant. Okay, I'm guessing that my mod is AFK at the moment. See, I rely on my mod to send me messages that I get on the chat, because unfortunately I do not have a second monitor. You know, I can't afford one, and even if I could, I don't have any space to put it on. But he's not replying to my messages, which tells me that he is probably not here at the moment. So if you have any messages, well, I apologize for missing them, and and I hope you'll stick around until he comes back. There we go. Completely depletes the power on use. Wait, what am I doing? I want them to complete generators. Hello? Oh, I didn't tell Doc that it was Rancor time. Yeah. Oh wait, that is Peasant. Why is he running? Don't run, you little bitch. Come here. Come here. I said come here, boy. What happens. Go on, get! Peasant! Hello. Oh. Now he decides to get in the fucking closet. God damn you. Come on guys, I'm trying to get you to the generators. Where's the nearest generator?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Dead hard. Yeah, this guy's just a predator. The killer, I mean. Come on. Just fix my generators. Okay, boy? God. Well, if you want something done right... does this help? Is this useful? I don't think this is working. Okay, let's go break that pallet. Actually, let's go vault it. Sweetie, sweetie. See? Vault. Damn, and he vaults like a lot. It's not like a normal survival vault. He actually gains a little ground when vaulting. Like, usually, when you vault, you're just on the other side of the thing, but when he vaults a window, a pallet, while frenzied, he actually gains a lot of ground. And a window as well, apparently. Interesting. Now let's wait, because Doc will be done any second now. Yeah, duh.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Damn, son. This perk is amazing. Okay, that's enough. Did he seriously just run out on me? No, that's not what I meant. God, I double-clicked. Dude, come on. Where'd he go? Oh, right, I forgot that he doesn't have any recover perks. I'm so sorry. And Rancor only works on the obsession, so I can't kill him. Even if I could, I mean, he already said he doesn't want to, so... Just a sec. He gets to live. You, on the other hand... Oh, Jesus! Christ! I mean, there's no way. Hang on, I'm freaking out, peasant. I'm explaining what the two top add-ons are for this guy. Because he is complaining that the new killer's best add-on is a mixtape. That was brutal. Alright, let's switch roles. Let's go for... Wait, which is the new one? Ah, here we go. We'll switch to killer. Ah. Now he wants to kill me. Oh, let's see. Okay, that works. What was the other one? No. This taps. Where in God's name is it? Ah. And there was one more. No, no. What the? Yeah. Aftercare. Aftercare? What kind of name is that? And where is it? Ah, here we go. Aftercare. There's a survivor that... So as I was reading... See there a survivor that you rescued from a hook? Or... Bro, if you do only live stream, go on Twitch only. Well, YouTube also has an audience, different people, and some games do better on YouTube than they do on Twitch. I don't know why, but they do. That's a fact. And just for the lulz, I've never used this perk before in my life. But... where is it? Ah, here we go. Oh, right, let's check the story. Alright, this is just as expanded as the other guys. I'm gonna read it in my own time. Oh, actually I'm gonna use this. I want to see what he does. What Doc does. Hopefully he doesn't flip out. I'm asking him which perks is he taking. Oh shit, I forgot about his frame rate. God, it's cold. Why is he breathing so loudly? Oh my god, he's taking monitor interviews. Yep, knew it! Jesus. You wanna know how I knew? Yep, that was kind of predictable. Ah, whatever. Just let him hook me. He's playing the chick. Okay. Oh, this is like super displaced. You know, the hook, if you look at it through the bubble. Hook's broke now. Bye-bye. So you took Thanatophobia. Yeah, I broke the fucking hook. Oh. Oh no, you don't. Let's get him off the hook. No, I want to... yes. Oh! Jesus, I didn't see him. That's fine. I don't mind. Yeah, put me on another hook. Honestly, where is the fog? Like, I don't see any increase. It's just on the side. I don't get it. It's like sabotage without, you know, sabotage. Oh god damn it, not again. I swear to god, I am never getting fully healed again. Skill check. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna heal right here, I don't even give a shit. So that's Kindred. Oh yeah, he saw me.
Yeah.
Oh no you don't! Not if I can help it! I guess I can't. Oh, oh come on. That's how you get distraction points. What the? Hang on, hang on, hang on. It's kind of weird. When did I see its aura? Should have taken Unbreakable. Yep, that's a kill. Thought he'd taken rank or something. It's weird how on our screen everything looks normal. We're just moving super slowly. Let's see. So, just take your monitor and abuse. Spirit Fury, Enduring, Bamboozle, and Predator are the perks he took. Although Predator seems counterintuitive. Okay. Now let's see. Did Kindred get any Any buffs? No. Ah, maybe it was the map. I'm gonna ask Peasant if he took a map. Alright. Doc is not impressed by the killer. Yeah, he says he's starting to get a headache. Hang on. Okay, so the sound is coming from the game, never mind. Apparently Doc didn't get a chance to vault while frenzied. And it seems he wants to go to sleep, which is fine. It's later where he lives. Alright, I'm gonna guess that Peasant doesn't want to 1v1 me. Yeah, Peasant says there's not much point to 1v1ing someone. He says, unless you want to test terror radius perks and the like. Alright, So that's it for Kill Your Friends. Unfortunately, it didn't really last that long. Right now I'm pondering if I should end the stream here or not. Switch over to the Legion. Yeah, I know. Oh, this is a bug. There we go. So there's a good chance I'm just gonna end the stream here and go play with my boyfriend. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Alright guys, so that was a little bit of Kill Your Friends. You got to see the killer from both perspectives. I'm gonna close with my thoughts on the killer. Obviously, 1 game or 4 games or even 10 games are not enough to ascertain the full potential of a killer. But overall, I think it is a well-designed killer. The backstory is interesting. The power is interesting. The only issue I see is that while not using his power, he is very slow. He moves at 110% speed relative to the survivors, survivor sprinting speed, which is 100%. This is an issue that arose on the official forum in regards to, for example, the Huntress. Maybe it doesn't apply here because his power recharges on its own. But the thing is that a Huntress without hatchets is just a bad M1 killer. Because even M1 killers have powers, they're just not using them at the moment. And if they do use them, they don't help, end the chase, but they do something. On the other hand, a Huntress without hatchets does absolutely nothing. So one of the ideas that was suggested was to buff her movement speed to 115%, which is the default for killers, while she's not carrying hatchets. This idea received some praise. I'm not sure if the naysayers responded or not. I didn't go back to check. But the point is, this killer, if he doesn't use his power, is fairly, well, powerless. Furthermore, as you can see here, hitting a survivor with a basic attack while Feral Frenzy is not active will deplete the killer's entire power gauge. I mean, this seems absurd when using the power already results in an extended recovery cooldown, as it says there on the first line. I can't hover my mouse over it, obviously. So as I was saying, it seems kind of absurd that your power depletes immediately after you use it. If you're not actually, sorry, immediately after you attack if you're not using it. To me, that is absurd, and it doesn't seem like a power worth using. This would be like if, I don't know, the Huntress lost all her hatchets after hitting a survivor with the axe. Or if, say, the Clown lost all his bottles. Maybe that's a better example, because he can refill the bottles without going to a locker. Or if the Spirit lost her power when she hit someone without haunting. So you understand, it's kind of ridiculous. On the other hand, I have to give the devs praise for giving the killer an ability that can be a rechargeable ability that can be used before it fully recharges. I think that the Spirit was kind of fucked over with that. Because, you know, even if it's a short cooldown and it sounds short, you know, 16 seconds I think. In practice, that is 16 seconds where you are reduced to a powerless, slow killer. Which is absurd. Now, enough about the power. Now the perks. Iron Maiden is going to be a staple in Huntress, I think. I mean, you open lockers 30% faster. Assuming this stacks with her natural refill ability, that's just going to be very useful for her. Survivors who exit lockers suffer from the exposed status effect for 15 seconds, and their location is revealed for 4 seconds. That's tier 1. Hang on a second. There we go. Now I can hear myself think. The game was getting too loud, sorry. Now this is going to be useful for survivors who like to hide out in lockers, such as myself. I may notice that I didn't hide when Doc was the killer because I was concerned that he had taken Iron Maiden. Discordance. Anytime 2 survivors or more are working on the same generator, the generator's aura is highlighted in yellow for 8 seconds. This is... I don't know, I feel like it's too situational. You know, mostly survivors like to spread out, one survivor on each generator. That is the most efficient method, and it is what most survivors do. There's really no point in having 2 or more survivors working on the same generator because of diminishing returns. If 3 survivors or even 4 survivors work on one generator, it takes, I think, 40 seconds, something like that, to repair it. If 4 survivors work on 4 generators, 1 for each, it takes 80 seconds to complete 4 generators. So double the time, 4 times the generators. So I don't think Discordance is going to see much use. Mad Grid. While carrying a survivor suffer from no cooldown, blah blah blah. Pause the carry timer's wiggle time for 2 seconds if you had another survivor. Obviously this is going to be very, very useful, especially in slow killers, because I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but survivors love to body block killers. It's just a fact of life. And this perk right here is going to put a stop to that, hopefully. So I think this is going to fluctuate. Like, the more survivors body block, the more killers are going to use this. But then the more killers use this, the less survivors are going to body block. So it's going to be like a predator-prey model. I don't know if you've read about those, but go look them up. Now let's see. New survivor, Jeff Johansson. Johansson. Yeah, it's probably Johansson, not Johansson. Aftercare. You see the aura of every survivor that you rescue from a hook or rescues you from a hook. You complete a healing action on or complete 0 healing action on you. They also see your aura. This effect occurs for up to 1 survivors. All effects of this perk are reset when you are hooked by the killer. Now, this doesn't sound very powerful, but think about it for a second. This is reset when you are hooked by the killer. Not when the other guy is hooked by the killer. So if all 4 survivors have this, it is theoretically possible that they all get rescued from a hook, and they are at Survive with Friends level of information. They know where all of them are at any given point. Obviously, this occurs for up to 1 survivors. At tier 3, it is 3 survivors. Just FYI. I forgot to mention that. Obviously, in the extreme situation, this is going to be very powerful. In an average game, it's still 1, maybe 2 survivors you see at all times. You can tell when they're running from the killer. And they don't have to be injured, so that's better than empathy, in a way. On the other hand, it also resets when you are hooked, so that's worse than empathy in that way. Breakdown. Anytime you're removed from a hook, the hook breaks and the killer's aura is shown to you for 4 seconds. I think this is something I'm going to use on my Jake. Where's my Jake? Where's my Jake at? There you go. Probably a replacement to... Actually, no. Nope. No. Not gonna use it. But still. Breakdown. Hook breaks, or is shown to you. This is going to see a lot of play. It is essentially Saboteur, instant Saboteur, but you sacrifice a hook stage. As you know, there are 3 hook stages. If you get hooked 3 times, you die. Technically there are 2 stages and then you die, but let's consider that a 3rd stage. So hypothetically you could have up to 8 sabotaged hooks from 4 survivors. And from what I understood in the last round, the last trial, as they are called, the break time is identical to the time if the hook had been sabotaged. So this means that Hangman's trick is also going to see more play, if this perk sees more play. Distortion. Start the trial with 3 tokens. Your aura will be shown to the killer. Perk activates and token is consumed. For the next 6 seconds, your aura and scratch marks will not be shown to the killer. Okay, so this sounds good, and it is good. I mean, it's a perk that counters not only aura reading perks from the killer, but it also blocks your aura and scratch marks. I mean, this is going to be useful with Object of Obsession, for example. I know it's only 3 times, but because you have more or less a sense of where the killer is, this is going to be very useful. Because you can avoid looking in the killer's general direction, as long as you know where he is. And when you don't know where he is, well, that's when you want to activate the perk. Although I'm not sure if Object of Obsession will trump this. Anyway, if I had to buff this perk, I would give it some way of refilling the tokens. Maybe when you get hooked you gain 1 token, assuming you're not already at 3 tokens. And the reason why I'm mentioning how I would buff this perk and not any of the others is because I feel like the others are good enough. This one though, 3 tokens and then it's gone forever. This is not going to see much use. Survivors have always clung to their meta, and this perk is not worth it, simply because it's not a self-sustaining perk. And it's not self-sustaining because it doesn't give you a chance to refill the tokens. If this perk were to refill, to give you an opportunity to refill tokens, then maybe it would see some play. Then, as you know, the survivor meta is self-care, sprint, burst, decisive strike, and perk number 4. So this could be perk number 4 if the tokens were refillable. Breakdown, I think, is probably a little broken. No pun intended. If I were to nerf it, I would make it so the hook doesn't stay broken for as long as if it had been sabotaged. So I think the default sabotage time is 3 minutes. I'd put it down to maybe 1.5. Here, aftercare. Aftercare is fine, I think. In principle. As I mentioned, the edge case is extremely powerful, but the edge case also results in the killer having hooked every single survivor once. So the killer in that situation is probably winning. Let me just switch back to killer again. I'm in Maiden. Now, if I were to buff this perk, I'd probably make it so it's not their location that's revealed, but their aura. Because the location is fairly useless. You don't know where the survivors are going, or maybe that's just me, I don't know. But if you don't know where the survivors are going, it is kind of useless. Discordance. If it were up to me, Discordance would be similar to, I can't show you the add-on, but it's the add-on that that changes the generator's auras depending on how repaired the generator is. So I would make it something like that, but only in stages. So when a generator reaches, say, 25%, obviously these percentages have to be changed. The generator lights up or something. I don't know, something to indicate that someone's working on it. Mad Grit. This is an extremely powerful perk, but it is easily counterable for the simple fact that although you don't suffer any cooldowns for missed attacks, you only get a benefit out of it if you actually hit another survivor. Given the fact that killers are always slower than survivors when they are carrying someone, what this means in practice is that survivors can taunt the killer, get just close enough to make them think they're gonna be able to score a hit, and then run away. Well, anyway, that's it for my analysis. I know, very short, and not much detail because I only played a few games. But I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you will watch again tomorrow. See you then.